Wrong ones part ways, right ones find their way. The title of the article I'm sharing with you today is 70% of divorces are wrongly filed. Let's listen together. A friend who works at the marriage registration office once said that seeing through divorces between spouses will gradually diminish the reverence for marriage. Because he feels that many of those who seek divorce are too casual, with a majority being capricious and emotional, while rational and prudent individuals are scarce. For example, there's a couple from the 80s. The husband wants a divorce because his wife snores too loudly. Then there's a young couple from the 90s. The wife wants a divorce because her husband squeezes toothpaste from the middle while she prefers to squeeze it from the middle. They argue and decide to divorce. Another couple from the 70s. The husband frequently checks the social media of nearby people, which his wife interprets as suspicious behavior, leading to divorce. And there's a couple from the 60s. During a mahjong game, the husband gave suggestions to the opposing team, causing a rift and leading to divorce. When people talk about divorce, you can clearly feel that it's not always about irreconcilable conflicts, but rather a manifestation of resentment and anger. And the other meaning of resentment and anger is the unseen and unsoothed desire coursing through one's internal organs, longing for tenderness, fairness, and change from the partner in certain aspects, or at least efforts towards change. But some couples often focus on what they want, rather than considering what their partners want. They're used to demanding their desires without considering their partner's needs. A mature and healthy relationship involves three elements: understanding what each person wants, reciprocating efforts equally, and accepting each other's way of dealing with the world. If these are achieved, the relationship usually remains stable. However, if they're not met, problems arise, and if the couple lacks problem-solving skills, it can push the marriage to the brink of divorce. My cousin got divorced in June last year. On the day of the divorce, she posted on her social media that the divorce was triggered by picking one's nose. Her husband had OCD, and after marriage, she had to keep the house immaculate, change the bedsheets weekly, and immediately wash clothes worn outside upon entering the house. His demands became even more extreme, requiring their child to wash hands 10 times a day and take a bath morning and night, including cleaning nostrils and ears simultaneously. A year later, either subconsciously rebelling or negligently, she picked her nose after dinner, and her husband was stunned. He left the house that night, and they divorced the next day. These divorces may seem ridiculous and exasperating, reflecting the immaturity of the individuals involved. They treat marriage like a game, where if they're unhappy, they simply go to the Civil Affairs Bureau. This isn't about self-realization, it's just impulsive behavior. Can these relationships be saved? Yes, if the husband sees the true essence of his wife and the wife understands her husband, and through nonviolent communication, they find mutually beneficial solutions. However, many young couples today don't try to save their marriages. Instead, they rush to end it. Marriage is like a walled city with countless people entering and exiting. It's normal for people to come and go. Many see marriage as an experience rather than a commitment. This mindset is fine, but the rising divorce rate is alarming. The number of divorces has increased significantly, indicating that many divorces are not due to irreparable ruptures, but rather the inability or unwillingness of couples to solve their problems. These divorces can be categorized into three types: those influenced by external forces, economic difficulties, or trivial domestic disputes. None of these are terminal issues in a marriage. If external influences are the problem, it's best to separate temporarily if possible. If economic difficulties arise, couples should work together to overcome them. And for domestic disputes, communication, understanding, tolerance, and patience are key. Marriage isn't just about romance, it's about responsibility and commitment. Love and responsibility must be present for a marriage to succeed. That concludes today's sharing. I hope everyone is doing well. Some of you may be feeling a bit low or depressed lately, which is normal. If you're feeling this way, try spending more time outdoors, soaking up the sun. It can regulate the levels of serotonin and melatonin in your brain, helping alleviate these feelings. Take short walks in the morning or at noon, explore new paths on weekends, or organize outdoor gatherings with friends. Of course, remember to stay safe. Remember, I'm always here for you, no matter what. Feel free to leave a comment about how you're feeling. Don't forget to like and share with your friends. Looking forward to connecting with you again.